everybody. So I'm not able to be with you live today. I have something else going on, but I wanted to give you a beautiful gift. During the self-love light code, we had this beautiful transmission with the Divine Mother, Mother Mary, and she was so loving. And in the transmission, we were able to lay in a bed of petals of beautiful roses and just be held by her. And the vibration and the light that came in that particular transmission was very powerful, very loving, very supportive, very embracing. And so I encourage you to listen to it. You can download all the frequencies, all the vibrations, the codes will move through your body. You'll sleep really well if you listen to it before bed, and it is my gift to you. Next Sunday, I will be on the call at 2:00, and we'll continue on our spiritual journey of creating the new earth together. The Ascension Timeline Light Code begins on March 13th, and it's about aligning with the new earth, a higher timeline, moving into higher frequencies as we begin to, the energies separate into different timelines, connecting with the highest possible timeline for the collective, for the planet, for humanity, and for ourselves and our families personally. So if you want to join that code, you can go ahead and register for that in the email. And I will see you on Sunday at 2:00 New York time. Have a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Love, love, love. Mwah. Hello. It is lovely to be here with all of you today as we are inviting you to simply allow yourself to be in receiving, to be embraced, to feel cherished, to know you are loved. Taking a nice deep breath, moving into the body, being in the body, being here in the now, knowing you are loved. Attuning to the feeling of being embraced. Going back to a moment in which you felt held, and yet you were not being held. Remembering a time in which there was this sense of security or safety. Perhaps you were laying in a bed with a blanket, and there were others making noises around you. Perhaps you were listening to a sound, the clinking of dishes, the boiling of water, the sound of the background of a television or a game, children playing in the yard, the scent and the aroma of something baking, the feeling of just being secure and embraced, and yet alone at the same time. Not necessarily being held or with another, not being smothered by their love, but just knowing that they were there in the stillness and the silence of being. Perhaps it was simply a long ride in the car in which no one spoke, and yet you felt held. Perhaps it was a moment outside, embraced by nature, the security of the sun beating on your face, the wind blowing, the feeling of knowing all is well. For it is to be embraced, is to simply be with oneself in the stillness and the presence of another without the engagement or the words spoken, feeling the sensory of what is around and knowing that you are well, that you are held, that you are embraced, that you are safe. Begin to become aware of a moment like this that may arise within you, of remembering of this embraced, safe feeling, knowing you were comforted and loved. And as you are doing that, begin to just hold that vibration, bringing your awareness now to your breath, awareness to awareness itself, moving into the stillness, the nothingness of your being, noticing that even when you are still, there is so much happening, for your heart is still beating, your lungs are still breathing, attuning to all the activity in the body, the movement, the energy, the light, the stillness that resides within you, and at the same time, the ever continuous activity and movement of life. It is this energy that we are inviting you to notice, to embrace, to feel, to be, connecting into the heart, moving inside, inward. Begin to notice if you can sense the beating of the heart, allowing yourself to fully and completely let go, to relax, to be at ease, to drop down, to be in the now, to allow the mind to still, the focus to be on the beating of the heart, for the eyes to become heavy, the shoulders to relax, the tailbone to drop, the jaw to soften, the arms to become heavy, the legs to become like weights, to just let go. Aware of the beating in the heart, move the energy with your intent down, moving it through the column of light, the energy that you are so aware of now, familiar with the corridor of its being, moving the energy down through the centers and through the perineum and the root and into the soil of the earth, down further into her as you continue to travel through the earth until you find and notice an opening, a spaciousness, almost as if you're entering into and through a portal into the new world. This is your Earth star, and it opens you into the new earth. And there you are. This earth is thriving. She is alive and vibrant. She is whole and healed. She is filled with life, and she invites you to be with her. As you find yourself there in this opening and space, becoming aware of the beauty around you, the colors, for it is that she is showing you now her mountain. It is so strong and magnificent.
and the peak is filled with snow, and the sky as blue can be. And it is that there is a meadow filled with wild flowers in every color imaginable, with a crystal lake nearby. She asks you to lay down in the meadow on her ground. And as you lay there, the sun moves overhead as you feel the warmth move through your being and into your soul. She asks you to lay there as she is beneath you, embracing you in the stillness and the presence of her love. She begins to open her holy womb to you as you are held in this space. You are cradled here. You are felt and seen. As you lay here, let go more. Just allow your body to fall into her, to be held and cradled by the Great Mother. And as you are held and cradled here in the love of her being, allow anything within your body that you're ready to let go of just come out as it floats down into her soil where it is absorbed, releasing, embracing, breathing, and letting go. Just let go. Let go. Release. Allow yourself to just relax, to fully, completely allow yourself to be embraced by the Great Mother. Letting anything within your body, any tension, any thoughts, any worries, to fall away as they drop into her, where she receives them with an open heart, letting go. And as you are simply just open and allowing and being, you begin to notice more what is there, what is around you. Perhaps the clarity and the beauty is more awakened. Perhaps you begin to hear the buzzing of the bees in the flowers. Perhaps you feel the sun more basking on your face. Perhaps the subtleness of the wind and its whisper are more present. Perhaps you've noticed the chirping of the birds or the rustling of the squirrel nearby or the nut dropping from the tree. Simply allowing yourself to be, to receive, and to know that you are in the new earth. You are there. You are open. You are receiving. And as you lay there, relaxed, open, willing to receive, to be still and present, you sense a presence nearby, a gentleness, a being that is moving and floating toward you. This being has a veil over her head in a beautiful, soft and pale blue. Her arms are open. She floats with warmth and grace. She has roses floating around her. She comes with a scent, for you smell the scent and the sweetness of the rose. She comes today because she loves you. She wants you to know there is nothing you have to do, no one you have to be, nowhere you have to go, that you can just allow yourself to be held, to be loved. And with that, she opens her holy womb to you and her sacred heart. You sense this presence as she invites you to be with her. She is just there in the stillness with you, observing and taking in the beauty of the Great Mother. She embraces you with her presence, and yet, in some ways, you feel untouched. She holds you in a way that is different, a way of being held by the energy of love itself. You begin to feel a rocking, as if she is rocking you and back and forth, holding you and embracing you in the beauty and the stillness. She asks you to simply relax, to continue to let go in the opening of your heart. Around her are roses, and they begin to rain petals, beautiful petals in the color pink. They begin to fall all around you as you lay on the bed of grass in the meadow. You begin to feel covered by the petals from the toe to your crown. They are all around as if creating a blanket and a scent of the rose and a softness to be held in. And as you lay on this blanket of beautiful pink petals of the rose, she kneels next to you in the grass, reminding you to be still, to allow, to open. And as she kneels next to you, looking at you as you lay on this bed of roses, of petals all around, she comes in closer and gently, and she brings her hand to your heart. And as she places it there, oh, so gently, you feel a warmth, a love, a motherly love, a gentle love. And in this touch, there is this sense that all is well, that you are embraced, that you are safe, that in the stillness and the presence of the beautiful Great Mother, the earth, as she holds you in her womb, and the beautiful Mother Mary places her hand upon your heart, that you simply know you are loved, you are worthy, you are magnificent, you are beautiful, you are perfect. As you are enough. Now, all you need to do is relax, receive, experience the warmth and the love and the stillness that radiates from her hand as it moves into the beating heart the heart that is yours. And as the light moves into the beating heart, it moves through your whole body, turning on the signal of love, the signal, the reminding that you are safe, that you are embraced, that you are held in the stillness, in the presence of life itself, that the earth is holding you, and that Mary is embracing you, and that all is well. Feeling her presence as she begins now to lift her hand from your heart. She too feels the presence of light as the sky opens and a beautiful beaming golden light rains down upon her head, shooting through her whole body as she opens into the position of surrendering. Flowers begin to fall upon her, white roses all around, as the petals rain down like snow. They fill beneath and around her as she too now lays down in this beautiful petal meadow of white. And as she lays down, she lays next to you, her head laying near yours, her feet matching yours, as she lays in her own petal of white roses, as the light from the heavens pour upon her. You laying next to her in a bed of pink petals, relaxed, open, and receiving. She very gently moves her hand towards yours. Sense it gently beginning to touch your hand as she very softly embraces your hand and holds it. And as she does so, there is no words to be spoken. There is just a knowing that she is here. And as she lays with you, the light that is pouring through and into her being as she is lit with the light of the heavens, this same light now is moving through her arm, through her hand, and into yours, asking you if you will allow and open your heart to receive this light that is love, to allow this love to move through your body, from your toes all the way to the top of your head, turning on the remembering of love, the remembering of worthiness, the remembering that you are safe and embraced, that she is here, and that the great mother that you lay upon is holding you. Be present in the stillness of this moment, aware of just being together in the silence of the meadow, laying on the roses, knowing you are loved. And as you lay there, you notice the clouds begin to form in the blue sky. the wind begins to stir and rise. You sense something happening, a stirring, a storm arising, a wind coming in. And as the wind comes in, it begins to swirl around both of you. As her pink petals and white petals begin to swirl together. And as they begin to swirl together, the molecular structure, the particles of her light and yours begin to intertwine and merge together as one, awakening within you the light and the geometry of patterns of love, the remembering of your light and divinity as it spins and stirs, lifting. And as it lifts, you lift up. You begin to rise your body from the ground, as does hers, as if you are ascending into higher realms. And as you begin to lift, you face one another and you begin to dance and swirl together, holding hands as her open, immaculate heart and yours open together in a whirling of love. As she embraces and holds you close to her heart and you are feeling held, you begin to spin and turn and lift. And as the wind begins to pick up and rise like a tornado swirling with the light, you begin to lift even higher together and higher. As the clouds open and the light comes forth, you lift into the light of love, where you and her disappear into the nothingness and the oneness of all that is, into the stillness of love itself. And there you are, knowing your essence and your soul, your beingness, connected to love. And as you merge back into the sea of nothingness, swirling through the spaciousness of time, where there is no time, opening up gateways and portals to the place in which it all began, in which it will all return to. You remember that you are love. Bask in that. And in that space of love and light, she appears again. And your form begins to rise as the particles come together to create form again. And you look at her as she holds your hands and you dance in the light with an open heart, embracing you as her child of love. She places her hand upon your head, and as she does so, you just feel an energy moving through your whole body, lighting you up to remember all is well. Sensing and knowing that presence, she kisses you gently upon your third eye. She places her hand upon your heart, and she bows as she anoints your feet And with that, she says, go home, my child, and embrace life. Experience it completely and fully, knowing that you are worthy of love. And in the quickening that she appeared, she disappears back into the light. As the swirling feeling comes again, and an opening happens as you begin to swirl down through the clouds into the meadow, back, laying upon the petals that now have merged and mixed as vibrant colors of white and pink, filled with a glistening and a sparkling of gold leaf. The golden light that has moved through and is within as you are embraced now in the knowing, allowing to be held in love. Taking the feeling and the remembering and the presence of being acknowledged, seen, cherished, loved, held, embraced in the stillness. Feeling the sensation of your heart beating and knowing that that beating heart is a comfort and a remembering of your divinity, of the intelligence within, as within, so without. Bringing your awareness now to your heart, placing your hand on your heart, placing both hands on your heart with the willingness to love yourself, to embrace your own self, to acknowledge your own self, to honor yourself, to know you're worthy of love. Allow that love that you give to yourself now to awaken the stillness within, so that you may remember the embrace of love that simply is in the simple sounds of life. The sound of the teapot, the sound of the dishes, the sound of the children playing, the comfort of the honking horns, the familiar, the feeling of safety, the knowing, the chirping of the birds, the falling of the snow, the sound of the ocean, the familiar, the being embraced, and at the same time, the comfort of another nearby, just the presence without a word spoken, the knowing that all is well. Carry that now with you, continuing to come back to the stillness within you, the presence of the beating heart, the awareness and the embrace of the earth as she holds you and cradles you in life itself. And so it is. Breathing in, letting go. Coming back into the presence of now, knowing that you are held, embraced, safe, and that all is well in the letting go. Okay, thank you for this morning's practice. Please feel good to listen to that and feel that love whenever you might be feeling out of balance or unsafe or just dropping into that. When you're laying in bed, just imagine laying on those petals and just put your hand on the bed. Reach out a little bit and just let it be there. And invite Mother Mary to lay next to you and to just gently hold your hand and to just be in the stillness together, in the silence, not asking for anything, not expecting anything, not doing anything, just being together. That feeling that you recall and you remember as a child. It's not when someone came in and squished your cheeks and held you tight and said, I love you. Sometimes that felt good. But the feeling of just everything's okay. Your mother in the kitchen, your father with his briefcase, the raking of the leaves, the soup on the stove, the football game in the background. For everybody, it's different. The smell, the aroma of something, or all is well. As we move into this, for some of you, this week of a lot of that family time, cooking, gathering, we can be triggered. People can annoy us. Just see if you can move into the spaciousness behind it, move behind the activity and be in that place like an innocent child, just embracing and taking in the senses, the stillness of it, the watching. If you're at an event and there's some people it's hard to be with, gravitate to the children. I always go to where the kids are, hang out with them, play a game, sit on the floor with them, ask them about their day, or just be with them, just hold their hand. Don't have to do anything. Remember your boundaries. It's okay to sit at a table different from perhaps someone that might trigger you, or to leave early, or to take time to go for a walk, or to excuse yourself. Enjoy the pleasures of cooking with your family, embracing it, put on some music, have fun. Put all the love you have into whatever you're making when you're sharing at the table. Remember to hold hands and count your blessings. If nobody does that this Thursday, be the leader. Say, let's hold hands and say what we're grateful for. If that's not your tradition, you're not experiencing that this week, just move into that place of stillness, whatever that is for you, and gratitude. Okay. I will miss being with all of you next week. And at the same time, I will enjoy my family. My daughter's coming home. She's going to go climb Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. I have to go get her backpack equipment, and I'm going to have fun with that. Make sure she's safe. I'll be like, you got to pack your medicine. She's going to like, get out of my room, Mom. So we all have our humanness to do, right? And so just be with it, enjoy it, whatever it is. And if you're alone, embrace the stillness of being alone, but you're never alone. Lay down and feel either the great mother of the earth embracing you and holding you during this time. Go out and be in nature. Where I am today, it's snowing. It's so pretty in Vermont. Go lay in the snow. Remember when you're a kid and you make a snow angel? Go do that. Go put your feet in the river if you're somewhere warm. I don't know. Make the best of it, okay? No wallowing. All right. I love you guys. Have a beautiful holiday if that is something you're doing. And if not, have a beautiful week. I'll see you on Sunday for the Sunday call. I'll see you the following Monday to finish this key code. And I think that there was a question. Let me see if I can find it. Where was it? Can you come up with an exercise to address willingness to accept help from others? Just start asking for help. Ask somebody to help you with something, if that's really hard for you. Push yourself. Maybe you have to move a piece of furniture. I don't know. Maybe somebody could help you drop off your car to get fixed. Maybe somebody could help you make food or set the table, or maybe you could change up the rules in your house. Maybe you're the one that always does something. You could ask somebody else to do it. See what happens. Ask for help. It's okay. We don't all have to be in our regimented rules. You can switch it up. Make the guys do the dishes after Thanksgiving. Go sit down in the living room and smoke a cigar. Okay, guys? Just like break the rules. We don't have to do it the way we always did it. It's okay. Sit with the kids at the kid table up at the counter. It's okay. Have a little fun. Put on some music. Dance afterwards. I don't know. Switch it up a little. You know, maybe people get into talking about politics and religion. Get out some cards and just like clear the table. Say, hey, let's play this game. Like break it up. You don't have to get caught in the old way. All right. I love you. Have a wonderful time. I will miss you, but I will be enjoying my family, and I hope you do the same. Okay. I'll see you guys next Monday. And anybody has any questions before we call it a day, let me know. No, we're okay. We're good. We're feeling embraced and loved. All right. That's a good meditation. It was fun. I really felt Mary. It was present. It was sweet. So listen to it as much as you want. Okay. Hugs and kisses, everybody. I love you. Mwah. All right. Bye, guys. See you soon.